Hello from London, where we may be heading back into lockdown, but we're set for another afternoon of beautiful late September sunshine, and more sun to follow tomorrow, before the rain comes in on Wednesday. Be glad, people of Zion, rejoice in the Lord your God, for he has given you the autumn rains because he is faithful. He sends you abundant showers, both autumn and spring rains, as before. Joel chapter 2, verse 23. It's Monday, the 21st of September, in the year of our Lord 2020, and it's time to sit back and start your week right. I'm Mark Sidwell, and this is Mark's Almanac, bringing you 5 minutes of civilised calm, recorded in East London, just as the capital starts to wake up. The side streets here in Winchester are excessively maiden ladylike. The doorsteps always fresh from the flannel. The knockers have a staid, serious, nay, almost awful quietness about them. I never saw so quiet a collection of lions' and rams' heads. The doors most part black, with a little brass handle just above the keyhole, so that in Winchester a man may very quietly shut himself out of his own house. How beautiful the season is now! How fine the air! A temperate sharpness about it. Really, without joking, chaste weather, Diane skies. I never liked stubble fields so much as now, better than the chilly green of the spring. Somehow a stubble plain looks warm, in the same way that some pictures look warm. This struck me so much in my Sunday's walk that I composed upon it. That's from a letter written by John Keats on this day in 1819. The poem he mentions composing is To Autumn, which opens, "Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun." On this day in 1538, agents of King Henry VIII smashed the shrine of St Swithin in Winchester. It had to be done at night, to prevent a public outcry. St Swithin was famed for a miracle where he restored an old lady's basket of eggs that had been smashed by workmen building a church. In 1962, a new shrine to St Swithin was consecrated in Winchester Cathedral, 1,000 years after his death. Also on this day in 1937, The Hobbit by JRR Tolkien was published in London. The tale of Middle-earth was so successful that the publisher requested a sequel, which became The Lord of the Rings, finally published in the mid-1950s. Between them they have sold some 250 million copies, two of the most successful books ever released. Here's a poem, The Wellhead by Seamus Heaney. Your songs, when you sing them with your 2 eyes closed, as you always do, are like a local road we've known every turn of in the past. That midge-veiled, high-hedged side road where you stood, looking and listening until a car would come and go and leave you lonelier than you had been to begin with. So sing on, dear shut-eyed one, dear far-voiced veteran. Sing yourself to where the singing comes from, ardent and cut off like our blind neighbour who played the piano all day in her bedroom. Her notes came out to us like hoisted water ravelling off a bucket at the wellhead, where next thing we'd be listening, hushed and awkward. That blind from birth, sweet-voiced, withdrawn musician was like a silver vein in heavy clay, night water glittering in the light of day, but also just our neighbour, Rosie Keenan. She touched our cheeks. She let us touch her braille. In books like books wallpaper patterns come in. Her hands were active and her eyes were full of open darkness and a watery shine. She knew us by our voices. She'd say she saw whoever or whatever. Being with her was intimate and helpful, like a cure you didn't notice happening. When I read a poem with Keenan's well in it, she said, I can see the sky at the bottom of it now. That's almost all for today. I'll be back next week. Don't forget, you can sign up for emails when new episodes go live with show notes and links at marksalmanac.substack.com. And remember, that's Mark with a C. And if you need some music to wake you up for the week ahead, how about Coming Home, sung by Gwyneth Paltrow in the movie Country Strong? The world tried to break me. I found a road to take me. Until next week, stay civilized, keep calm, and please, keep washing your hands. Have a lovely day.